Hi and welcome to the November 3rd Asian Arts preview video. We're going to begin here with one of my favorite lots in the sale. This is a signed Japanese 4-panel folding screen, a table screen. Came from Naga Antiques, and this is actually depicting several examples of pigeons against a gold ground, and it is signed on the last panel. And it's near to dear to my heart because I grew up racing homing pigeons. So I actually quite like this piece. Its estimate is $400 to $600, really quite nice, beautiful, decorative. It's about 72 inches in length, so it is quite long. And there is the old gallery label on the reverse. And actually by just crazy happenstance, in front here you will see a second item that came in from a different consignor on one of our Walk-in Wednesday days that also depicts pigeons, and this is an Ando Japanese cloisonne vase, which is actually quite nice, estimated at $200 to $300. We have a large collection of Blanc de Chine or Dehua porcelains in the sale. So here you will see a censer, really quite nice. Also from the same estate, a Blanc de Chine vase or Dehua vase. And this is a really interesting lot in this auction. So this is a crackle glaze ghee censer on a carved wood stand, estimated $500 to $700, but I think that this has great age to it and really great potential. So if you look at the underside here, there's an old label, a really beautiful fitted stand in this unusual form. It has this shaped edge, which is really quite nice. So I'm excited to see where this piece goes. This is a Chinese cloisonne taza or vase with the dragon form handles. Beautiful cloisonne work. Really just so intricately done. I actually recently watched a video on how they make cloisonne, and it's really an extraordinary process. So it makes me appreciate this all the more, but this is a beautiful decorative piece, nice vibrant colors. This is a 4-piece grouping of Chinese porcelains. So we have this interesting Chinese Fami Rose erotica vase. So there's 4 scenes surrounding a central flower. It is signed to the underside. There are some condition issues, but it's really quite nice. Here are 2 Dehua or Blanc de Chine libation cups, and then we have this green mottled dish. Another piece of Japanese in the sale. So this is a beautiful Japanese Edo period lacquered shrine with gilt decoration in great condition, really quite nice. Interested to see where this piece goes as well. It's really quite a nice example. A small collection of individually lotted jades. So we have this celadon jade carving of a bat and flowers. This is a double gourd celadon jade, and then a carved celadon jade of children. So really quite nice. Each are allotted individually, each from separate estates, but a nice collection. This is an interesting piece of Chinese export silver. So it has floral decoration, and what happens here is, if I can do this with everyone watching, which I probably will not be able to do, but I'll try. You unscrew the top. I just think it's an interesting piece. And the brush comes forth, and it turns into this little shaving brush, which I think is so cute and so interesting. I'd never seen one before. So this is in the sale at $200 to $300. This is a collection of hat pins. So various silver examples, various subject matter, but the one that's really very nice is this one here. So it's a phoenix in flight. With the carved jade wings, gilt decoration to the silver work. You can see remnants of kingfisher feathers. So mainly on the face they remain, some on the wings, and some on the tail feathers, and then there's a central salmon carved coral body. So these are all together. There's, I believe, 11 hat pins total, and then it's in this little ornate vase. From the same estate as our ghee-ware censer, this is a Blanc de Chine figure of a man. He is identified on our website, but a really nice example, and he's on the shrine with his folded hands and these long robes, so really quite nice. And then if you just look on the underside, there's even, it's just nicely decorated. Really just a beautiful example. Here's the underside, has nice age to it. I did speak about this also in my jewelry video, but it's just such a beautiful example of Chinese export silver, and this is by the Wang Hing Company. So it is Chinese export silver, signed to the underside, beautiful dragon form feet, high repoussé work to the various panels, branch form handles, just beautiful, really beautifully crafted. This is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Japanese Meiji bronze of a fisherman. He is missing his fishing pole or spear or whatever it was. It is in 2 pieces, but I'm going to lay him down because there's no way I can put those posts back in, but he is quite sturdy on his base. A nice example of Japanese Meiji bronze work. This is Chinese blue and white porcelain, so it is a multi-part dish. This is actually one of two in the sale from the same consignor, a consignor who has been offering things from her sister and her parents' estate for quite some time now, and really good examples of things that were imported into the US in the 1950s and 60s. So here is the underside, and there's a similar example that we are selling with a sgraffito ground. This came in one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, and it is in pretty rough condition, but I think it's an unusually large example, and it has great age to it, and someone put a lot of time and effort into repairing it. So I'm hoping that someone appreciates it and that someone knows what the significance is of this, but that is here to sell. Collection of presumably Song Dynasty Chinese pottery. So we have the horse, and then we have these 4 glazed figures of various animals, some rams, I believe a horse, and then some unidentified animals. So that's one collection of 5 pieces. Here is a suite of archaic style bronzes, again from our same estate as the blue and white dishes, but you can see just the unusual form here, the carvings to the body of the vessel, the beast form handles. So again, really quite nice. This comes from the same estate as our cloisonne taza. So here's a pair of dragon form cloisonne pricket sticks or candlesticks. Candlesticks are removable from the mouth, as are the wings, but they just pop back in. But again, beautiful color variations. Just again, a testament to the quality of what cloisonne can be. Nice, vibrant, really interesting and handsome examples of cloisonne work. These are Chinese Kangji blue souffle or mottled blue ground with these wise men. Here is the underside, so you can see all the marks here. Really nice. These actually are going up again because of a non-payer, but they're really nice examples of antique Chinese porcelains. Collection of 4 Chinese Fami Rose cups. So we have some animals, some flowers, some birds, an interesting grouping. And here we have a blue and white planter. So again, this is Chinese. It's square form but tapered body. So it's a landscape scene. It does come with the old tag, which I believe it says from a bonsai planter, and it's from a Ray Cox, Connecticut estate. Nice smooth glaze, rare. I just like to include any provenance for any pieces. This is Japanese bronze, a tapered vase with reeding or striations to the body and oversized rim. So just a nice decorative piece, really has a great look to it. And we're going to finish here. So these are each individually lotted robes. So we have this nice robe here with some floral decoration, and then there's some ribbons to the underside. There is some fading. It was originally mounted, but it's a really nice example. Nice silk embroidery with the gilt borders. And then again from our estate, this is probably a mandarin jacket, so it's nice silk embroidered jacket with these dragon cartouches, and by consignor provenance, the interior is actually fetal lamb. So it's not just lamb, it's fetal lamb, but really a nice example of antique Chinese embroidery and textiles. And last but not least, we have this Chinese embroidered silk robe with dragons, flowers, scholars items, pearls, etc. There is some fading and some condition issues. Came in one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, but really a beautiful example. There's some fish here, some more dragons. We have the waves to the underside, some Chinese characters. This is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500, and that wraps it up for my selection of Asian arts for November 3rd, and we hope to see you there.